Hello, my name's Richard Carey Ford. Thank you for listening to our presentation today, and I'm excited to share with you my approach to having you fulfill on your dreams, whether it's a dream project or bigger dreams in general. This video is designed to have you fulfill on that and to really empower you in fulfilling on this dream project or this dream and all your dream projects. Now, who I am is I'm an award-winning composer-lyricist, a best-selling author, a transformational leader, an independent film producer, and I'm a husband and a dad. And my purpose is to really empower each and every person to fulfill on what really matters to them, to fulfill on their dreams. Who are you listening to this? Well, you might be a painter or a composer or a writer, a sculptor, a lyricist, a photographer, an actor, a director, any kind of creator, or even a creative entrepreneur. In short, it's for people who have dreams and want to fulfill on them. I know your time is valuable, so let's dive right in. The first key point is that when we look at fulfilling on dreams, the number one thing that makes the biggest difference is your context, or what conversations you're having for yourself about your dream. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, it could be something as simple as you say, oh, well, that's what I dream of, but I can't have it. Or, if this thing happened and, that thing happened and it all lined up, then I could have my dream. Or, if I wasn't stuck in this job, I could have my dream. Or, if I won the lottery, then I could really go and fulfill on my dream. Well, all of these are various variations on conversations that show up and really stand in the way of you fulfilling on your dreams, of fulfilling on what you're committed to and up to in life. Why? Well, because while you don't spend a lot of time thinking about your context for what you're up to in life, your context, in other words, those conversations that you're having with yourself or that little voice in your head is having with you, all those conversations give you what it's possible for you to do every day. In other words, those conversations create a box that you're stuck inside, and you can't do or even think really of doing anything outside of that box. It's like an umbrella that gives you what's possible in fulfilling your dream. And this is really true in any area of life or any human endeavor to a large extent. Now, the conversation, which is ultimately something that you decided had merit, maybe not consciously, in fact, probably not consciously, but at some point something happened and you decided, well, okay, this is the context for whether or not I can have my dreams, whether or not I can do this dream project, whether or not I can fulfill on what really matters to me. Now, that conversation which you decided on says whether or not you're going to fulfill on that dream. And it, again, works like that with everything in your life that you're committed to, including relationships, work, dreams, all of it. I have a question for you then. What is it that you're saying to yourself about your dreams? How do you actually say that conversation? Or how does the little voice in your head say the conversation? Take a second and really look. Even write it down. Unless you're driving, then don't write it down. But go ahead and write down, how's that conversation show up for you? Now, given that's the conversation that little voice in your head is having with you on a daily, sometimes even moment-to-moment basis, what's likely is you're going to keep going the way you're going. That's its design, right? What's likely is it's going to keep going about the way it is now. It might get a little bit better, might get a little bit worse, but unless something big happens, like you win the lottery, that's how it's going to go. And yeah, people do win the lottery. But when it comes to your dreams and fulfilling on what really matters to you, winning the lottery is a sucker's bet. And it's a terrible strategy. So what's the alternative? A method that works is to then change the set of conversations that's limiting you. In other words, stop listening to that little voice and start telling it how it's going to go. Once you see the absurdity of living inside of the hidden set of conversations, that whole set of hidden conversations. Once you see the absurdity of living life inside of the set of hidden conversations, you can then choose to stop saying them, stop listening to them, stop repeating them, and start saying something new. Now, this is a critical point. When you stop saying what's already there, what's there without you even trying or thinking about it, you can start to design your life and all your conversations around fulfilling your dreams. Now, that may sound like a tall order, but as we go through it, it's going to get simpler as we go along. Now, this works with a dream project, a dream career, or even your entire dream life. I know because it works over and over again for me and for hundreds of people that I've worked with. How does it do that? Well, the first thing is to get your dream really clear. Don't worry about it getting it right or anything like that. Don't even worry about whether or not it's really possible. That's not a question we're going to deal with right now. You may want to flesh it out some more and refine it as you go, but don't worry about how it comes out. This is a living thing, just like you in your life after all. It's going to change, develop, even morph over time. So please ask yourself, all right, there I am, my dream fulfilled. What is it like? What do I have? What am I doing? What's my experience of life, of myself, my capabilities? Who's with me here and who isn't? Where am I? And what am I known for now? Try to visualize it and go into as much detail as you can. And if you have trouble visualizing it, that's not a problem. Write it out or even draw it. It can also be helpful to do a collage representing it. Whatever works for you to get the vision really, really clear so you can see it either in your head or on paper. And we're talking dreams. Don't settle for just a nice goal or an incremental improvement. Take this opportunity to start practicing dreaming again. Sometimes that can seem really hard or scary or even pointless. That's true for everybody, and it's okay. Goals work, but they work best as milestones on the way to dreams. And it's okay if this seems difficult. This is a muscle. It needs work. Okay, do you have a clear vision of it now? Well, I invite you to live today with this as your actual future. Not as a dream only, but to live, this is my future now. This is how it's going to go. Now, that may be hard to fathom right now. And I'm not saying fake it until you make it or any kind of, cat poster worthy slogans, things you get off the internet. No, I'm saying live consistent with that's how it's going to go. Even though there's no evidence for it, even though it seems kind of silly maybe, but just live consistent with that. Which brings us to the next piece. Watch out because this may get challenging. Look at your life right now. What in your life is a fit for your dreams fulfilled? What isn't a fit? What's working and what isn't working? You can even look at who is a fit and who isn't. Most of the time, we have unconsciously created our environment, the people, the places, the activities in our life, so that it keeps us safe in a relatively predictable range of sameness. That range of sameness makes sure nothing gets too dangerous or disruptive. Sure, things happen to us like floods, sudden losses, maybe even the lottery. But mostly, life is arrayed to keep certain stabilities in place. Now, hold on a second. You might be saying, well, I really like my wife and kids. Or, my friends are really great. And there are certainly advisors out there that would coach you to, get 5 new friends, to upgrade your friends, and it's okay to jettison people and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. Now, if somebody doesn't work, like if they're actually rowing the other direction, then you should look at that. But what I'm going to share with you next is a different approach where you can honor your friendships and see what's really possible, because most of the time it's more than what we think. Now, our challenge is to start designing our environment, That is the circumstances, places, activities, and yes, even the people that will start to pull us to fulfill on our dreams rather than stay the same. How do we do that short of, putting everything in a kit bag and hitchhiking off to New York City? Well, that's where we get to the next piece of this, and it's risky. You have to share your dream. Now that you've gotten it clear for yourself and what it looks like, and even some sense of what it's going to take on a day-to-day basis, you have to share it. I know. What if people think you're crazy? Or worse, they say, well, that's nice, sweetie. Some will. They haven't seen this video yet. But keep sharing it. Share with more people. Share with new people, strangers. Share with family. Read what you wrote or memorize it and say it to yourself in the mirror. Share it online. Share it with the people that you saw that are there fulfilling on it in your vision. And share it as not only a dream, but share it with them as your future. This is happening, and I'm living it right now. You've got your dream clear. You're sharing it. It's your future now. It's possible to fulfill on your big dream, no matter how large it is or how far-fetched fulfilling it seems. Anything is possible with the right blueprint. Want to go deeper into this and get additional tools and support fulfilling your dreams? Sign up below, and I'll share with you my free 3-part masterclass and materials to help you get started with fulfilling on your dreams now. Thanks for listening. You'll see the sign up form below.